Tonight we journey into the realm of urban legends, where reality blurs with the inexplicable. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join us in uncovering the mysteries that lurk in the shadows. In this video, we will talk about true hauntings of some horror ships. The stories get creepier as the video progresses, so stay tuned. Now let's dive in. First, we set sail on the high seas where the phantom ship, the Flying Dutchman, roams. Legend tells of a Dutch captain cursed to sail the oceans for eternity, never to make port. Sightings of this spectral ship are said to foretell doom. But what could have condemned this captain to such a fate? Let's delve into the murky depths of this maritime mystery. Our journey begins on a moonless night, somewhere in the treacherous waters off the Cape of Good Hope. The year 1641. The captain of a formidable merchant vessel, Hendrik van der Decken, is determined to navigate through a raging storm to reach his destination. His reputation was one of daring, stubbornness, and an unyielding desire to conquer the Cape of Good Hope. The ill-fated journey unfolded on a stormy night as he attempted to round the perilous cape, a notorious nautical passage. Despite the crew's pleas and warnings of impending doom, the captain pressed on, defying the very laws of nature. But his ambition knew no bounds, and in his reckless pursuit, he uttered a blasphemous vow to the devil himself, sealing the fate of his crew and ship. Captain van der Decken challenges the very forces of nature. It is said that the audacious oath angered the heavens themselves. As the ship battled the raging tempest, a spectral figure appeared, a mysterious, ghostly figure of doom. Some believe it to be the devil, while others suggest it was the ghostly incarnation of a celestial being. Either way, the figure condemned Captain van der Decken and his crew to sail the seas for eternity. He swore to the devil himself that he will round the cape, defying the might of the storm and the fury of the sea, even if it meant sailing until Judgment Day. Eyewitness accounts speak of a ship frozen in time. Its masts and rigging, draped in tattered sails, bear the scars of countless battles with the relentless elements. Yet its hull remains intact, as if preserved by an unholy magic. Sailors of the era, already wary of the treacherous cape, would sometimes encounter the ghostly Dutchman. These ill-fated souls reported hearing eerie cries and lamentations carried by the wind, haunting echoes that sent shivers down their spines. One of the most famous accounts comes from the British Royal Navy's own King George V, who during his days as a young midshipman reportedly witnessed the Flying Dutchman off the coast of Australia. To this day, the official logs of the HMS Bacante on which the young prince served contain an entry describing the eerie sighting. But the most dreadful sightings involved skeletal hands, eerily pale and lifeless, emerging from the churning depths. They reached out as if to grasp the living, a macabre testament to the eternal suffering of the doomed crew. Yet the most terrifying aspect of the Flying Dutchman's legend is its endless voyage. Cursed to roam the seas for all eternity, it is never allowed to make port. Now, as we leave the South African seas and venture into the misty waters of Northumberland Strait, we encounter another chilling tale. The Northumberland Strait, nestled between the Canadian provinces of Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick, is known for its stunning vistas, serene waters, and as local legends would have it, a spectral enigma that has haunted the maritime region for centuries. The ghost ship of Northumberland Strait. Stories of the ghost ship date back to the early 18th century, a time when seafaring was fraught with danger and mystery. Mariners and coastal residents began reporting eerie sightings of an otherworldly vessel that appeared out of thin air, its ghostly form drifting silently across the moonlit waters. Legend has it that on certain nights, a ghostly schooner engulfed in flames can be seen sailing swiftly across the strait. The ship, ablaze from bow to stern, moves against the wind, its ghostly crew desperately trying to douse the flames. It's said that when the wind howls and the waves crash, the ghostly crew of this phantom ship sings their mournful song, a dirge for the souls lost at sea. One of the most famous accounts of the ghost ship was documented by Captain Silas Rand, a seasoned mariner who traversed the Northumberland Strait on numerous occasions. His encounter, recounted in his journal, speaks of a foggy night when the air was thick with an eerie stillness. As Captain Rand navigated his own vessel, the Lady Charlotte, through the strait, he suddenly beheld the ghost ship before him. Its spectral form materialized like a ghostly apparition. Its crew, dressed in archaic attire, appeared to be diligently working the rigging and sails despite the absence of wind. Captain Rand watched in astonishment as the ghost ship glided past his vessel, its eerie luminescence casting an otherworldly glow upon the water. Sailors who have glimpsed the ghost ship of Northumberland describe it as a ghastly sight, with tattered sails and skeletal figures manning the decks. Encounters with this cursed vessel are believed to foretell impending disasters at sea. Many have tried to reach the ship, hoping to aid the spectral crew, but as they approach, the ship vanishes into the mist, leaving nothing but the chilling echo of desperate cries and the smell of burning wood. The origins of this phantom ship remain a mystery. Some believe it's the ghost of a ship that caught fire and sank in the strait, its crew forever trapped in their final, frantic moments. Others suggest it's a spectral warning of an upcoming storm. Whatever the truth may be, the ghost ship of Northumberland Strait continues to be one of the most enduring maritime mysteries, a chilling reminder of the sea's many secrets. Next, we embark on a ghostly voyage through the chilling legend of the Queen Mary, a majestic ocean liner that once ruled the seas, only to become a haunted maritime mystery. She lies in the heart of Long Beach, California, nestled along the picturesque shores of the Pacific Ocean. Get ready for a spine-tingling journey into the heart of the Queen Mary's haunting history. But be forewarned, this tale is not for the faint of heart. Our story begins in the early 20th century when the Queen Mary, a shining jewel of the ocean liner world, graced the waters. She was a marvel of her time, a luxurious vessel that carried the elite and the adventurous across the Atlantic. The Queen Mary boasted opulent cabins, exquisite dining halls, and a grand ballroom where passengers danced the night away under sparkling chandeliers. It was the epitome of luxury travel, a floating palace on the high seas. It transported the rich and famous across the Atlantic, including celebrities, dignitaries. But as World War II loomed, the Queen Mary's fate took an ominous turn. She was transformed into a troop ship, painted grey to camouflage her from enemy submarines. The luxury liner became a vessel of war, ferrying soldiers to distant battlefields. During her wartime service, the Queen Mary endured near misses from torpedoes and kamikaze attacks. The waters she once ruled with elegance were now treacherous, fraught with peril. When the war ended and the Queen Mary resumed civilian service, a new chapter of her history began, one filled with ghostly encounters and unexplained phenomena. Numerous reports emerged of apparitions, disembodied voices, and eerie footsteps echoing through her empty hallways. One of the most famous ghostly encounters involves the Lady in White, a spirit believed to be a woman who met a tragic end on board. Guests have claimed to see her ethereal figure gliding through the corridors, a mournful presence in the dead of night. Visitors and staff have reported countless paranormal encounters over the years. Among the most famous specters is a crew member affectionately known as John, a young sailor who tragically perished in an accident in the engine room. Countless guests have claimed to see John in his distinctive blue coveralls, wandering the ship's passageways or attending to his duties in the engine room. His apparition is often accompanied by unexplained sounds of tools clanging or footsteps echoing through empty corridors. Visitors have reported feeling icy fingers brushing against their skin and hearing ghostly footsteps in these haunted depths. Even the first-class swimming pool area, now empty and still, is said to be the haunt of spirits from the ship's turbulent past. Guests have recounted spectral children's laughter and mysterious watery footprints appearing out of nowhere. The Queen Mary's transformation from a symbol of luxury to a ghostly relic has left us with an enduring maritime mystery. Is she truly haunted by the restless spirits of her past, or are these ghostly tales the result of overactive imaginations? Given its reputation, the Queen Mary has become a haven for paranormal investigators. Countless studies, ghost hunts, and television shows have sought to capture evidence of the ship's spectral inhabitants. Some have recorded unexplained voices, ghostly apparitions, and inexplicable electromagnetic readings. The Queen Mary continues to be a magnet for paranormal investigators and seekers of the supernatural. It's a place where history and hauntings converge, leaving us with more questions than answers. Our next story is straight from the shores of Corpus Christi, Texas. We are talking about the USS Lexington, a retired World War II aircraft turned museum. Her deceptive ability to seemingly disappear and reappear, outwitting the Japanese forces in the South Pacific, earned her the eerie nickname, the Blue Ghost. Commissioned in 1943 during the heart of World War II, the USS Lexington played a critical role in the Pacific theater. But this isn't just a tale of wartime heroics. For decades, this mighty warship has drawn visitors seeking a glimpse into the past, and for some, a chance to encounter the supernatural. Staff, visitors, and paranormal investigators over the years have reported a series of eerie occurrences that suggest the ship might still be home to some of its former crew members. There have been sightings of a friendly and helpful sailor in vintage attire. One account has been that a group of tourists became disoriented while exploring the labyrinthine passageways of the ship. The sailor suddenly appeared and guided them back to the main tour route. When they turned to thank him, he had vanished without a trace. Many believe this helpful spirit to be a former crew member looking out for lost visitors. Numerous guests have claimed to see a man in a World War II-era uniform walking the narrow passageways of the ship. Some have even described him as appearing injured, leading to speculation that he may be a residual spirit reenacting his final moments. Phantom footsteps, disembodied voices, and unexplained noises echo through the ship's dimly lit corridors. Visitors have reported hearing the sounds of crew members going about their duties, as if the ship were still bustling with activity. Others have claimed to hear faint conversations, laughter, or singing, evoking memories of a time when the USS Lexington was a living, breathing vessel. One of the most famous and spine-tingling apparitions associated with the USS Lexington is the Blue Lady. Described as a young woman in a blue dress, she is often seen wandering the ship's lower decks. Her presence has been felt by many, and some have even claimed to have photographed her ethereal figure. One chilling account tells of a group of visitors who spotted the Blue Lady in a narrow passageway. As they approached her, she slowly faded away, leaving only a sense of icy coldness in her wake. Some speculate that she may have a connection to a tragic event in the ship's history. Visitors have reported cameras malfunctioning or inexplicably shutting off in certain areas of the USS Lexington, even when the batteries were freshly charged. Electronic devices and flashlights have been known to flicker or drain rapidly, as if drained of their energy by an unseen presence. In some instances, tour guides have recounted moments when their radios inexplicably crackled to life with static, followed by muffled, indistinct voices. These incidents defy explanation and raise unsettling questions about who or what may still reside on the ship. Among the more peculiar paranormal reports on the USS Lexington is an incident involving an exceptionally neat and tidy office space. On several occasions, staff members have reported arriving in the morning to find their office meticulously organized, with paperwork neatly stacked, chairs pushed in, and objects placed precisely where they should be. What makes this account particularly intriguing is that the office in question is known to have been the workspace of a former ship's captain or officer. Some speculate that the spirit of this individual may still linger on board the USS Lexington, taking care of his office as he did in life. For those who dare to step aboard, it is an unforgettable voyage into the unknown, a journey that leaves them forever haunted by the mysteries that linger within the Blue Ghost's steel embrace. As we close this chapter of our journey, remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this voyage into the unknown, give this video a like, and share your thoughts or experiences with these urban legends in the comments below. Also, check out our other videos. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind curious.